Hi there. Name is Barry. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and a professional spiritual intuitive. Today I'm going to do part 2 on the subject of sadness. Last time I talked about sadness as an emotion. This time, very different. I'm going to talk about sadness as a feeling. And as a feeling, it's something that generally gets held in for a long period of time. It can lead to experiences of withdrawal, lack of vitality, lack of passion, or even clinical depression. Not acute, but long-term depression. Have you ever met people who say, I don't know, I just don't have the get up and go like I used to have? Depression. Long-term pattern of sadness. People who say, there's so much good things happening and I just don't feel it. Depression. It can come out in so many ways and so many subtle ways that a lot of people who have clinical depression don't even realize it. They just carry this heavy weight and they get used to it. They say, I just don't have that verve like I used to have. And I don't know why, I guess I'm just getting older. Or they make up excuses. Oh, I haven't been getting a lot of sleep recently, or I haven't been able to do this, or I haven't been able to do that. And excuses, rationalizations, help them cope, help them get through the day until eventually they just forget that they have this long-term pattern of sadness and it becomes a new norm, but it doesn't need to. If you have that type of experience, what's really crucial is similar with an emotion, but very profoundly go down, and it can be like a black ball or a very heavy weight. Some people see it as a thick cloud, or some even feel temperature. It can be very hot, very, very cold. It doesn't matter. These are just ways of symptomatically expressing something which is really the same. And you would go down and connect with it. And just like when I was talking about in the video of emotions, try to find out what it is. Sometimes people can get it on their own. Sometimes I need to state it for them and have them go and check. But what happens is when they do get in touch with it, however they describe it, this ball, this weight, anything, and they know what it is. And sometimes it isn't even important to know what it is. The importance in deep feelings is to cleanse yourself of it. The reason it's important for some people is because in order to let it go, they need to know what it is, whether they want to let it go or not. Yeah, believe it or not, some people feel a need to hold on to the sense of depression, sadness, tiredness. Not that they enjoy the expression, but if they haven't really looked at it thoroughly, then they feel, well, until I really know what's going on, I need to understand. And that's perfectly fine, perfectly legitimate. Some people just say, whatever it is, I just want it out. And others say, I really have to understand. I have to know what I'm carrying before I'm willing to let it go. Either way, people have a wide variety of ways of dealing with deep-seated feelings, particularly such as sadness. And whatever your process is fine. Everybody has their own way of handling things, and I personally believe in respecting that person and the way that they prefer to deal with stuff, and trying to work within their framework rather than trying to get them to work within mine. But however it is, whatever the process is, the ultimate goal is to get them to choose, not an ego choice. Because an ego, if he asks, do you want to hold on to the sadness? Of course they're going to say no. Basically, that's irrelevant. You have to get them to get in touch with their gut. And basically, that's another way of saying their own subconscious, which is holding on to it. And let them go down and say from their subconscious, speaking from their gut, do you really want to hold on to it? Many people will say no. Some people, surprisingly, will say yes. They feel justified. They have a need to. It serves them in a certain way. So then we need to talk about it some more. When people are checking, I look and see where the energy is coming from. If it's coming from their head, even if they say, that's a really genuine answer, it's not. And I know it's not. So I redirect them and say, okay, let's try again. You're in your head. Try going down into your gut. And once they go down into their gut, sometimes to their own surprise, they say, no, I'm not ready to let it go. And I've had that more times than I really would anticipate. But that simply means that there's something that needs more exploration. Sometimes people feel justified. Some people feel it's so shattering that their life would be different without it. There's all kinds of reasons. And every one of them is legitimate, and it needs to be explored. And my belief is that everyone should have a choice of whether they want to hold on to things or let it go. And some people really do choose to hold on to stuff that really is not good for them, but it's their choice. My job is to bring them to the point where they can choose wisely. And then once they make the choice, it's their choice. And if they ever choose to let it go in a future time, I can help them. But for the vast majority who really do want to let it go, I basically ask them, okay, how do you want to let it go? Any method is fine. They can burn it, they can dump it, they can dissolve it, they can put it into an air balloon and sail it away, anything they want. Some people are very visual, some people are very kinesthetic, some people have different ways of experiencing, such as auditory or gustatory. But it's entirely up to the person how they wish to get rid of it. And then again, using whatever framework works for them, I help them go down and release it. Once it's released, I fill the area with a lot of white light, because this is usually a big, old, encrusted bunch of garbage. And once it's gone, it leaves an emptiness, a hole where it used to be. And usually it's been there for a long time. So I like to cleanse out the area, cleanse the aura, of course, and then fill it up with positive energy. When I'm done, the person usually feels much, much lighter. I ask them, how do you feel? They invariably say, light. Some say warm, some don't. And then they get exhausted. Because anytime, just like when I was talking about anger, when you're letting a big charge of emotion leave your system, it's an energy drain on a short-term basis. You are letting really powerful energy leave your system, which you were used to, not on a conscious level, but you were used to it, and it temporarily knocks you out. Then, of course, when you recover, you feel much better. So, that's the subject of sadness. In my next series of videos, I'll be talking about the affect of fear. So, I hope you found this informative, and until the next time, bye.